Mythic neural laugh. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video and comment. I want 1,000 likes from you. The morning of August 6, 1945 began like any other in Hiroshima. The city was alive with the sounds of daily life. Workers heading to their jobs, children walking to school, and soldiers stationed at military posts. Despite the war, life continued as usual. The people of Hiroshima had no idea that in just a few moments, their city would be wiped from existence in an explosion unlike anything the world had ever seen. At 8:15 a.m., a single aircraft appeared in the clear blue sky. It was the Enola Gay, an American B-29 bomber carrying the most devastating weapon ever created, Little Boy, the first atomic bomb ever used in warfare. As the bomb was released, it fell for 43 seconds, slicing through the air before detonating 1,900 feet, 580 meters above the city center. In an instant, Hiroshima was consumed by a fireball that reached temperatures of 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of the sun. The explosion was beyond comprehension. The shockwave traveled at over 1,000 miles per hour, obliterating everything in its path. Buildings collapsed instantly, and people within a half-mile radius were vaporized on the spot, leaving only shadows burned into walls and sidewalks. Those farther away were thrown through the air like rag dolls, suffering burns so severe that their skin peeled away in sheets. The force of the blast ignited a firestorm that consumed the city, turning Hiroshima into a giant inferno that burned for hours. But the real horror was just beginning. Survivors, now known as hibakusha, stumbled through the ruins in shock, their clothes burned away, their flesh hanging from their bodies. Many were blind, their eyes melted from the intense heat. The rivers of Hiroshima filled with the dead and dying, people desperately seeking relief from the scorching heat and radiation. The hospitals had been completely destroyed, and nearly all doctors and nurses were killed instantly. Those who survived faced radiation poisoning, an invisible killer that caused people to collapse hours or even days later, vomiting blood as their organs failed one by one. In the days following the explosion, tens of thousands more died from burns, infections, and the effects of radiation exposure. The once thriving city had become a silent wasteland filled with the cries of the dying. Despite the unimaginable devastation, Japan did not surrender immediately. The United States, determined to end the war, dropped a second atomic bomb on Nagasaki just 3 days later, on August 9, 1945. The bomb, Fat Man, was even more powerful, killing 40,000 people instantly and leveling the city. This final blow forced Japan to surrender on August 15, 1945, bringing an end to World War II. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain one of the most controversial and haunting events in history. The world had entered the nuclear age, and the devastating power of atomic weapons had been unleashed. The survivors, many of whom suffered from cancer, birth defects, and lifelong illnesses, lived as reminders of the terrible cost of nuclear war. Today, Hiroshima stands as a symbol of peace and resilience. The city, once reduced to ashes, was rebuilt, but the scars remain. Monuments like the Hiroshima Peace Memorial serve as a warning to future generations, a reminder of the day the sky turned to fire, and an entire city was erased in an instant. Mythic neurals soar. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, and comment. I want 1,000 likes from you.